Hello and welcome to the Astral Guide. I'm Shireen. This is part 4 of Dream Series 3. In this dream, I had an experience with Archangel Michael. So this was actually recent. This was less than a year ago. And what can happen sometimes in the astral realm, just as much as it happens here, as I keep saying, the cycles as above, so below. So what I saw was it was nighttime and I was standing outside the front of my house, and a woman came to the door and she knocked on the door, and I opened the door and she wanted to speak to me outside of the house. So I will go into the meaning of this shortly. So she was standing there, and let's say she had like some kind of a pen and a book, or some kind of a form, I would say would represent it best, some kind of a form. And she had a questionnaire. And she said to me that, and this was very clearly a test. Okay, so she said to me, Archangel Michael wants to know which one of these things you want. Okay. And this was a test. And she had her pen and her paper, and she was like, just ready, like she'd done this so many times before. She knows what everybody wants. It's money, it's love, it's a house, it's a car, it's whatever. And she was just standing there, just waiting, waiting for me to just say whatever so she could just tick the box. And I said, I want you to ask him to pray for me. And she just put down the pen and paper, and she smiled at me as if to say, you've passed some kind of a test. So that was quite, interesting. And I've seen this before with other people. I've been seeing it with high profile people. I've been seeing it with very well known deities, or, powerful forces that come to my astral, and they ask me questions or they tell me things, and it's right before something does happen. Now, in the spiritual field, we call this being initiated, which is very true, because you do get tested in the astral. You get tested a lot more than you think you do. And although there's no ego there, it will test your intention. Let's say I was outside of my house at nighttime, and that would represent something in the shadow side, something that I don't see. Now, the shadow doesn't always mean something bad. It can just mean unseen at that present moment, unknown to you at that moment. And whoever was working with me in the astral, which is what we all do, we all work together in the astral in many realms, they just wanted to know where I was at that moment. And it's not like she didn't know. She knew exactly what I was going to say. But it was like a double down test. It was funny. It was humorous. I mean, the astral has a lot of sense of humor, I've noticed anyway. And it knows how to ask your questions. And it knows that those questions, you're going to ask yourself those questions. They're mirrored onto you, or they're coming from you, and they're being answered from you. And I absolutely love that. And it's always a great sign to see anyone like Archangel Michael. Like I've said in previous videos, Jesus Christ, the Virgin Mary, other amazing, powerful entities like that. And they always show up for good reason. So this all, correlated very much with this channel, which I was kind of hesitant about starting. Possibly just a bit nervous, to be honest, because it's so new to me, this type of work. But it gave me a lot of reassurance. I have to say, I woke up feeling full of light, full of happiness, fulfilled, like something had changed. And I'd become more at peace with myself on a deeper level. And I knew that it was going in the right direction, for sure. Because you can't, no lies in the astral. Space left to hide. You can run, but you can't hide in the astral. So that was the time I saw Archangel Michael, and I will continue to share more dream experiences and their meanings. And again, these are quite personal and they're quite big, and I know I'm supposed to share them, so I hope this helps somebody. And if you're looking for a personal reading, ways to contact me are in the description box below. You know you need a reading, that's no problem. If you're unsure that you need a reading, check out my about my readings video or look at my testimonial that I have there. There's also video live dream readings also, if you want to have a look at that. So that's all for now, and thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.